Okay, hi everybody, and thank you for joining me, and welcome to this reading for love for 2017 for Sagittarius, Moon, Sun, and Rising. I'm super excited to be able to bring this for you. I have two extra Doreen Virtue cards that fell out, but here we have the 12 cards from the Higher Arcana of the Spellcaster's Tarot. So I'm going to do my regular love spread, and so this is going to be for you and your ideal partner, whether you know them or not. So in other words, your soulmate, your twin flame, twin soul, whatever you want to call it, whether you know them or not, this energy is the energy that you share together in the eternity of space and eternity of the universe, bringing your desires and needs together. And so let's take a look at the oracle cards that we got. So first, let's take a look at the Power of Love oracle. So the first message is drop into your heart. So this is prompting you to really move into what you desire. So unapologetically follow what your heart guides you to do and stop rationalizing everything. Really step away from in some way limiting yourself or limiting your desires and step into what your heart is calling or asking you to do. The next message is the Universal Love Oracle. And here we have divine guidance. And so for you, Sagittarius, the 2017 regular overview reading is really talking about this lunar influence. It's like spirit is with you here, guiding your way and helping you along to the directions that you want to take and make in your life. So I think that there is this great opportunity for you to break apart and move forward in new directions. And so yes, you just need to simply let go of the rational and the logic and really follow your heart, follow your instincts, let spirit guide you, let the divine guidance come through for you and help you and your partner connect or reconnect or disconnect briefly. One of the cards that is from the romantic angels is release your ex. Your time has come to clear your energy. So if there's any type of past relationship that is still lingering in your mind, it's time for you to let that go. The second message is getting to know each other. So I feel many of you Sagittarians are just beginning a very serious relationship. You reveal your innermost selves to each other. Your bond deepens. So there is a progression of a relationship. I think either you or your partner was involved in another relationship previous to knowing you. And so at this time, maybe you have to in some way release those bonds, or they have to release those bonds so that they can connect with you more. I do feel as though it's something that could have come up for you if you're in an established relationship. It could have been years that you have been together and now you suddenly realize that they have these lingering issues, or maybe you have lingering issues that you have to take care of. So the important thing is learning each other, having fun, allowing nature to take its course, as they say, following your heart and activating that heart to move you in the direction that you need to go. The starting point for this year in terms of love is the Star card. Sagittarius, you're on fire this year. Let me make that prediction. It looks like you're ethereal, like you're next level. The Star is soulmate. And so soulmate is coming into your life, and it's coming in very quickly. There's no holding it back. There's a great truth that is being brought here. Beautiful. So we have the Star here, and the Star is bringing in manifestation. This is serendipity. So if you haven't met your soulmate yet, then the time for you to be together in a certain way is coming quicker and quicker. And the obstacles to reaching that bond are really quickly falling apart. It's actually, these readings for Sagittarius are leaving me somewhat giddy and somewhat excited for you. I think that you are overall just in the right place at the right time, and a lot of things are coming together. Now, I know that this isn't going to be true for every single Sagittarius. Of course, we all have many different aspects in our astrology chart that have an interplay, but the general reading, the general advice of the reading right now is that it's okay to let go of the past, really let go of the rational mind, and allow nature to really evolve, allow divine guidance into your life. It's not going to make perfect sense. If you just allow for it to happen, then it will manifest. For some of you Sagittarians, Aquarians are going to be very important for you at this time. The star, it rules the sign of Aquarius, but really there's this divine connection between yourself and someone else. The next message is what you are looking for in terms of a relationship, and what is your ideal kind of what is your ideal partner or ideal connection. And so here we have the High Priestess. So I think that either you yourself want to be the oracle, kind of all-knowing, and grow and have this tantric connection with your partner, elevating your awareness and consciousness, or you're looking to partner up with someone like that, somebody who is very insightful, someone who connects with kind of divine knowledge, someone who can tap that divine guidance. I think that you're looking to be led in a very specific direction towards a successful outcome, and I think that you really want to throw caution into the wind and just exist in the directions that life is leading you in. The next message is, so here we have the Death card, which is kind of weird for a relationship kind of ideal, right? So Sagittarius, this can represent a Scorpio person. So for you, maybe Scorpios are very attractive. And so it can also represent a change that you are seeking. Maybe your partner is still hung up on their ex and you're just waiting in the wings to for them to get over it, because you know they're the one and you've had that connection. Or maybe you need some transformation to happen in your life. Maybe in some way you want this change to happen. You want things to kind of fade away, and you want the new beginning to happen because you see the promise of the new beginning, and it's very inspirational. What your partner is looking for. Now, if you don't know your partner yet, if you haven't met them, there's significant things that are happening in your life at this time to bring you two together. This is what they're hoping for. So if you don't know your partner, then put into your mind a connection to them. They are your partner. They are your soulmate. So there is a vibration connection to them. And so you can help to facilitate both your own growth and their growth by connecting to these energies and tapping into that and facilitating their growth in this direction. So the first card is the Devil. So your partner could currently have some type of substance abuse issue, or maybe be kind of caught up in some unhealthy behavioral patterns. This could also signify that at this time your partner is with a Capricorn. So in which case it's on, right, Sagittarius? And then on the other hand, maybe your partner is very kind of driven sexually, and so they want a really heavy sexual relationship and they don't really want to take things seriously. In which case maybe you yourself are kind of motivated to terminate the relationship, or really motivated to move on and finalize things and grow and learn from the experience. So I think that there's been that soul connection that has happened, but then there's all these kinds of questions, and there's some rot and decay around the circumstances that are happening in your relationship. The next message is the Last Judgment. So I think that your partner is looking to clean up their act. And I think that in circumstances such as this, there's a necessity to take some caution. So if you don't know your partner, you know what they're doing. They're cleaning up. They've partied too much, or they've led an unhealthy life in some way, and they need to kind of filter out all the crap and the toxicity in their life. So this is why you're kind of left waiting. I think looking at this now, you're kind of fed up with it. You're like, I don't want this. And this is, remember, for all of 2017. So you're frustrated. You're like, I don't want this. This is too complicated. I want things just to flow. That initial connection was so healthy, and I felt it, and it was good. And we need to know each other. We need to get to know each other instead of resolving these issues. But trust me that with with these issues comes strength. And as this person heals and as this person overcomes their hang-ups and their limitations, they will provide a lot into the relationship. We're not talking about some random boyfriend or girlfriend. This is the ideal partner for you, and that person is transforming and elevating to a level that is appropriate for you. So suddenly there's all these sirens. So here is the next stage of your experience. And so here we go. So your next stage is the Tower. This is the shock and the realization that you have been wrong about something. I do feel as though that your impressions of the situation have been wrong. And also you may feel as though your relationship has finished, so that you have really put and sealed the situation, and in some way, maybe your established relationship, Sagittarius, has quickly fallen apart. Oftentimes when we have a connection, a new connection with our soulmate, now I'm not saying cheating, I don't condone cheating in any respect, but naturally the situations and the relationships that we're involved in just kind of dissolve, because we have reached the gateway of this relationship, the one that we have been waiting for. So maybe in some way, for some of you, the relationship with your current partner has dissolved, but this would only be happening in light of meeting the ideal partner or meeting the ideal relationship. So I think that for you, there's a lot of transformation. There's a lot of dark cards here right up front. We have the Devil, we have the Death card, and the Tower, but yet it's not a bad reading because of this card here, which is the Star. So everything has its rhyme and a reason. And I think that the beginning of the year will be a kind of hair standing on end. But overall, I think that it's leading you to reach this position again. And I think that you have to make your adjustments to be able to reconnect. You have to let go of the rational mind. You have to let go of being convinced that certain beliefs are not wrong, and really so certain beliefs are wrong, or kind of, this doesn't work for me because they're too fat, or because they're too short, or because they're bald, or whatever. You have to let go of those kinds of preconceptions and allow this kind of unique energy to come into your life. Remember, Uranus is in your 5th house, which is romantic relationships, and Uranus is an oddball. So expect things to be kind of strange and uneven. You have to have a sense of humor to get through this Tower. This is also love at first sight. So you come to realize, like, dang, this person is intense, like suddenly you've been kind of hit over the head with the love mallet, Here is your partner's next stage, and we have the Lovers. So maybe your partner is moving into some type of brief romantic relationship, and you come to realize that you have let the wrong person go. But more likely than anything, you and them will connect. You will be awestruck by the circumstances while they embrace you in love and understanding. And I think that they'll make that transition very quickly, beyond their focus on the unhealthy things, and their focus on really trying to get away from something that was once oppressive to them. I think that this Star in the middle is extremely healing. So it's really bringing you out of, slavery, bringing you out of some type of oppressive force. And I think that your orientation with the shadow, you're like super preoccupied with the shadow. And if you take a look at the 2017 overview reading, you do start with a lot of cards associated with the night or the moon, and you're transitioning into the daytime, and suddenly there's this break and the dawn happens. So I would suspect that for many of you, relationships could come up really quickly. I just thought of the moon card everywhere in your 2017 reading overview. This is almost like the goddess Nut. And so she was the one who had in some way protected Osiris, right, and bore Horus. And so she was the protection of Osiris against Set, who was his brother, who had maimed and completely decimated his body and separated the parts. And so we have this this influence of this kind of ethereal protectress feminine force that you are stepping into, or that your partner has stepped into to protect you. And this could be a very kind of very kind of high priestess kind of, I'm channeling this big energy. What is this all about? Well, if you're experiencing this type of vibration, you're actually channeling those ancient stories and realities, those epics of, the protecting wife, the protecting female in a relationship. Your partner feels as though they're with their soulmate. They feel closely aligned. They feel like they've chosen the right person for them. If you don't know them yet, then their heart is really activated and they're searching for you hard. I think it's almost coming out from underneath a cloud to a certain respect, and you're really making great gains in knowing each other and kind of getting acquainted. The next message is here. So here we have Sagittarius, so this is your card. There's nothing better than this card after this card, because Sagittarius kind of is able to pick up the different pieces and combine the different pieces to produce a unique outcome, a cohesive arrangement between things that were kind of you were left to deal with. And I think that this is inspired synthesis and creation that you are taking on. It's encouraging you to be temperate. It's encouraging you to take things slow, to be of yourself, to be a creator rather than destructive towards yourself and others. The second message of advice is the Hierophant. So at this time, forming community. For some of you, marriage is definitely a good solution to really kind of formulate this relationship, the next step. The Hierophant can also represent forming community with others. If your partner's not ready to form a community with you at this time in the form of marriage, forming community with others by ascribing to some kind of social group, or I don't know, learn something new, go volunteer in the community. Those types of activities will help you kind of quell the intensity of the energies that are coming forward for you, and in a certain way will give your partner time, because I feel like they're coming into this with a certain degree of baggage. And so you need to make sure that you give them time. If you haven't met them yet, then give them more time to kind of sort that energy out. The advice for your partner, and the reason that you should watch this, is that you can help your partner in this way. So your partner needs to go out into the world and they need to travel. And I think that the advice is here that your partner needs to come to you. And so for both you and your partner, there's this advice that they have to come to you, that they are needing to, and this may be a symbol for some of your partners to release their exes. So by actually coming to visit you, if they're far away, then this is a action of releasing their ex by investing the time and the energy to come and see you. You just have to practice patience, really, and understanding that there are certain steps to everything. I think that you're more self-aware as to the things that are happening. I think you have a lot of distractions that are going on as well. And I think that you basically have to just be on the receiving end of all this energy. This energy is really constructive, really interesting, kind of funny at times. And it's up for your partner to kind of take the next step. The next message is the Magician. So your partner has to step into their power and make things happen and activate things. I really do think that it's up to your partner to begin things in new directions and really push them along towards something constructive. The final outcome at the end of the year of 2017 is the Emperor. So most likely many people will be getting married, or maybe you will be forming a business together. Not all relationships are formulated on marriage. I mean, this could be really focused on establishing some type of arrangement or something that works for everyone. The Emperor is a commitment to one another. This is the masculine energy. And so there will be some type of stepping into the role that is very important for you and very important for your well-being, where both parties are in agreement. I think that if you don't meet your partner by the end of the year, then you will establish a business to really solidify and put down roots in a specific direction that will lead you to this connection. I feel as though many of you will go through a certain degree of chaos, and there'll be a cyclone of energy around you as you try to work your way through all this love energy. But at the end of the year, if your partner complies, and I think that they really will. You will find yourself in a much more grounded kind of environment, much more grounded relationship, with all these things having been left in the past. They will be anecdotes that you tell like your kids and grandchildren, about how grandma and grandpa met, or something like that, to that effect. If you don't have grandchildren or children, then maybe just disregard that, but it'll still be like this funny anecdote in your relationship. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Sagittarius, by far the best reading yet, so I hope you do well. Please give me a thumbs up for this reading. Happy New Year and happy January. See you in February. Bye.